Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the Wales campaign of Medieval 2. Now if you remember the previous episode, we had a couple of interesting moments, shall we say, mainly with my armies deciding to rebel. Over here in the south of Ireland, we'll just swing over here a second, the survivors of my southern army that came and took Cork actually rebelled on the way up to Tipperary, so now we've lost my southern army, and it's a bit of a situation to say the least, especially since it's the army that took the fresh reinforcements from the mainland. Over here on the mainland itself then, my general, where is he? Melia of Clonogval, the guy that you may remember wiped out England once and for all over in the east, decided to rebel, but luckily for me, he actually got him to head off in a different direction because I was having something else to do with him. I can't remember what it was. I think I was maybe marching up here so he can join up with the army I was building in Carnarvon. But because of that then, he's actually rebelled, but his army that he was walking with has actually remained loyal, for the moment. Hopefully nothing bad happens in the 2 turns it's going to take, 3 turns in fact, it's going to take for them to get into Nottingham. So, we'll see how it goes, basically. So there, that was what happened last time. And to make today's episode even more interesting, recently I seem to have bit my tongue, so it really hurts to actually talk right now, in all honesty, because of my tongue going up against the side of my mouth. I don't know. It's just really sore, so you have to bear with me if I don't sound at my normal best, you know? Anyway, so we had this army here that was actually going to be marching up towards Scotland to keep an eye on things, because it does actually look like we've got a little army here by Captain Stewart coming into my land. Now that's naughty of them. Want to keep an eye on that. But because we had the rebellion, I'm going to have to move Iago Merwig here over towards Carnarvon so he can actually see about heading over now to reinforce the campaign over in Ireland. So with that done, I'm going to have to see about building up another army. Now we do have this guy's luckily, led by Captain Cadogan. He's on his way up now to Nottingham, where he'll be able to replenish some of the men that we have lost. We haven't lost too many, but still it's nice to get them back up to full strength. So that's going to be their plan. What I will probably do though, is send the mortars over towards London along the way, so we can actually have them replenishing up there. And the rest of the army should be able to get up to Nottingham pretty quickly. Kindine is actually starting to be unhappy, so we're going to boost that down. And council chambers will probably help that out a little bit. Alright, so you're heading over there, you're heading over there. Yes, we have a siege going on at the moment with King Anmir the Cuckoid, their Irish king, and a small army that's actually outside. Can I see what they've got?
I'll rip off your head and spit down your neck.
Now the thing is, they can't actually do much because, well, they've got a few javelin men and that, and they've got the cannons, so they could have attacked straight away. But because their king has started the siege, they can do nothing but maybe reinforce.
I'd welcome a trial by arms to end this feud.
Now let me see, they've got the king himself, a unit of Ulster swordsmen, and 2 units of Minier. Okay, and what do I have in Athenry? Pop over here. To be honest, it could be slightly better, especially with the archers. I would have preferred to have some more archers. Especially since we lost our unit, if I remember last time, because I foolishly had them out and exposed and ended up getting charged or something like that. So, things could be a bit better here. But I feel we can take on the army that's coming laying siege to the settlement. So let's highlight everyone and tell them to attack. Now, Ban's of power is against me. Is there anything we can do to alleviate this? I mean, these guys are quite exposed to when it comes to getting shot at. But the problem is, I haven't got enough archers to be able to make much use from that. So, let's just keep it withdraw for the moment. Just for the moment, mind. I would like to see if they can come and attack me, because they should have a couple of turns left before, 9 turns. That's going to be easy. I'm going to keep an eye on it for another turn or so, just to see if it's something that they will actually attack now they've got siege equipment. Because if they try to, it would actually be more in my favour to do that. So while we're waiting for that, is there anything else we can do building wise? Now in Twim, we did start getting a couple of things done. We got anything here? Archery range, barracks, bound stables. We can't actually produce any of the higher tier ones. That's unfortunate. Dockyard, communal farming. Anything here? We've got an alchemist lab getting set up and a gunsmith. Yeah, let's go for a gunsmith as well. There we go. Don't know what that just popped up for. Okay, these guys are getting replenished. Can we... yeah, these guys are going to be done. Those guys are going to be done. Let's ask for a couple more Velvin just in case. Like so. Alright.
Who do you want dead?
Ask you to go after the captain just because... why not?
Where to, sire?
My spy. Let's have a look. Can you spy out us just see if there's any...
Sire.
Ah. Okay.
Noble friend of the Highlanders.
Now, the problem is, he might say I'm a loyal friend of the Highlanders, but it looks like they're actually coming towards me. This army is marching down south, judging from the direction it's looking, and the only target it can have is my territories, unless they're going to try and go after this rebel fort, but let's be honest here, yeah? So that's a problem because we don't have the forces here right now to do that, sort that out. What we could do...
Orders.
let's see. It's a fort. Okay. Yeah, let's end the turn. So I got my agents already on his way now to the port where he'll meet up with Yoga Mayrig in order to join his army and head over to Ireland. We'll fast forward things a little bit. Alright, you are coming down to assault. What they've got? They've got these Ulster swordsmen. They've got a Galakalash. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm actually going to fight this. Because I want to make sure I kill as many of them as possible. So, I'm not going to actually be able to do much. What I'm planning to mainly do is put my revolt along the main avenue that they're going to assault. Just like last time, really. And when they get closer, then I'm going to see about having my troops then get in cover front of it then in order to try and hold the enemy off. Hopefully I can get the revolt to shoot over then my troops into the enemy line. But there's no way I'm going to be able to do it much like hold the walls or anything. So what we're going to do, if I just pull back to here, then my Revelven here can actually hold the line there for the moment. The revolt can stay... in fact, let's move the revolt there. Alright. You guys can just move to the side. You guys can move here. I doubt they're going to come this way, but you never know. So my light troops are just going to stay up this side for now. We'll start there. We'll go, so it's super fast. You guys should have been over to one side like I asked you to. You guys will fire at will. So what should happen is the enemy is now marching with their battling ram towards the gate, which they are.
Have reached our walls.
The ladders already made their way up,
Lord,
but that's fine.
The enemy are battering down the gates.
So that I'm letting them to come into the settlement, which is fine. I just want them to actually start making their way towards the tower. I mean the central courtyard, which is what they're about to do.
The enemy have taken.
Now, let's see what they're going to do. So they got their troops are going to be mainly coming down this way. Okay. So the revolt. So I'm going to get my troops ready now to move forward. Right. First enemy should be coming into view now. The bolt should be starting to fire. Okay, let's get you guys coming into cross. Unfortunately, those completely missed. And now they're actually shooting into my troops. Okay, you guys can shoot into there. You guys can shoot into there. Let's pull you guys back a second. Alright, you guys can charge into here. If we do have any enemies actually try to outflank us by coming down another street, I'm just going to have to put up with that because there's not really much else I can do about it. Now luckily the fact that my Revelwin are actually very good in armor piercing, so I'm hoping that it would help out a bit. You guys need to move, because I have a feeling you're going to get shot at by your own artillery pieces if you're not careful. Alright, can you shoot this for me? So at the moment we're actually taking a bit of hit fire from their javelins. So you guys need to get into position so you can shoot for me. Come on. It's like they want to shoot, but they can't shoot because
Afraid something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Okay, so those were bolts were a crap idea. Let's be honest. Okay, everything here, charge forward into these units of archers. We should not be getting defeated by a bunch of javelin men. Let's be honest here. Right, you guys need to shoot at these. You need to kill off these bodyguards while we still can. Also, swordsmen have come in.
Our general shames us all. He flees battle while
Okay,
his soldiers still
are you guys
fight.
going to start shooting
May
now?
his infamy follow him. Our foolish
Nope.
general has thrown his life away. Perhaps our chance. Pray something changes in the course of battle. For defeat
To be honest, I'm
almost
amazed if
certain.
anything actually did happen out of this.
Good tidings.
We killed the enemy general,
lies
that
dead.
is something at
We sent
least.
the base
Well,
cur to
mine is
hell.
dead as well. Ow.
My lord, the enemy is no longer in command. Lord preserve
Well,
us.
to be fair,
Dealt a stinging
we managed to
defeat.
kill 18% of them. So we didn't actually kill as many of them as they killed of mine. That was unfortunate. To be fair though, I didn't expect that many casualties on their side. I was a bit disappointed with that with bolts because of the way the crew was working. The guns were moving up, but then the crew were just standing around behind the guns, and the guns would shoot until they actually came back, stood behind it. So I had my cannons just doing bugger all really the whole time. Now you guys are laying siege to Trim. That's fine. If they do try to assault, we've got a bigger garrison there. So that's fine if they try to do that. Captain Bockwell has died, that's fine. Cork has now been exterminated by the enemy. Trim has been in siege. Scotland is now the most powerful faction military-wise. We've got 2 children have come. Kedivor Auckland Val has died in Trim. That's a problem because he was one of my generals in the place. Griffith Kevlin, who are you like? You're 16 years old, Nottingham. To be fair, you're actually pretty decent in terms of governorship. But he's okay as a commander. A province and strategist. He's quite severe. Actually gives me a bonus on tax income. And he's a natural commander as well. Interesting. Ivornen is over here in Norwich. He is sociable, a neophyte bureaucrat, and talent for command. Just one of many generals that seem to be languishing here doing bugger all because I don't know what else to do with him in all honesty. Kedivor also managed to pick up a bodyguard before he died. Luckily he only died from natural causes. It didn't look like his bodyguard failed him at least. Right.
Begone. You are not my liege.
Okay, it's good to know that you're there. Okay. So, you guys were heading off to Nottingham. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to ask the cannons to come over to here.
By your command, we'll make
And you guys can come up to here and you get there next turn
Go
then.
no further today, sire.
Okay. How's the Scottish army looking? It is coming a bit closer, but this one's actually stayed in his position. So, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. To be honest, there's nothing I can really do. We haven't got the facilities up here to actually get any major troops being built. I can build up the garrisons a little bit maybe, but it's not going to do an awful lot against what the enemy is bringing down my way. I mean, I just saw this army
Hail
with...
and well met,
Here,
noble
we've got
sire.
Highlanders to deal with, noblemen, pikemen, we've got cavalry as well, somewhere, yeah, here and here. Yeah, that's going to look like a fun army to fight.
Hoodsman.
I mean, this one's
Bonny
even got
days,
feudal
no.
knights. Yeah. Okay. And now we've got this under siege as well. Let's check out these armies
I'll
if I
rip
can.
off your head and spit down your
A
neck.
lot of Mure. Okay, that will be a problem to fight in the castle.
I'll rip off your
Can I
head
see what
and
second army's
spit
going?
down your neck.
Nope. I don't want to see
I'll
that one.
rip off your head and spit down your neck. I'll rip
Come on,
off
here
your
we
head
go.
and spit down your neck.
So this army is actually going to be fairly easy to deal with in a way because lots of the troops are exposed to missile fire. I was saying that these guys are probably not because of the fact that they've got those shields. So their standard infantry will be a little bit tougher, but they should also be more easy to drive off because of them having low morale. What do I have in terms of troops here? My archers could have been better, in all honesty, but the rest of the force is pretty full strength, so it should be okay. I would like to try and recruit these, but unfortunately now we can't do that because we're under siege. Okay, we'll just have to work with it the best we can. Yago, you can move up to the port now, I think, and we'll just join up there. Where's my fleet? My fleet's pretty big right now.
Ships ready.
So you guys can head up to here.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be able to move over there in the next turn. In fact, do we have a mission for there? No, we don't. Oh, that's coming off from last time, wasn't it? Okay. Anything else we can do in the meantime? Let's hire for another unit of these. Well, we can.
My lord.
Okay, I need 3 slots there. Right, you can move into here. And how are you as a general? You're better. We'll keep you there then, and Prince
Orders.
Griffith would move down to here as well. Anything we can spend our money on? Is there anything we can do to actually try and get some money out? Now, this is a fortress, so that's not actually going to do much for what I'm thinking. Trevarin, let me see. Blacksmith, cannon maker, inn, council chambers, alchemist lab. Getting some more roads could come in useful. Public help bonus. Look up the marketplace there already. I think I have. Okay. Cadiv. Let me see. We can get shipwrights. Let's go for that. And a merchant wharf. Sure. And anywhere else? London. Or Kindine, I should say. Anything we get you? Yeah, let's get these as well. Sure. Okay. It's in the turn. Right, here they come. So Captain Maddox, so we've actually have no general here. This is going to be a little bit of a tough one. But we should be okay.
The troops are assembled.
It'll be a tough one.
Prepare for battle.
Now our first army is not going to have much to it. It's just the king, I think it was 2 units of Mue, wasn't it? And something else. It's the reinforcements that will be the problem. What I could potentially do is, because this army is the one with all the siege equipment, it might be better for me to actually try and push outwards straight away. To try and
Units, await my orders.
yeah, especially since there are other armies coming in from behind. What I could do is, if their army is going to be remaining like this, it could be better for me to just come out, attack them, kill them, and then force the other army that if they want, unless they try and wait for their bombards to get in, it might have to wait. Because where is their bombards? It's right here. Okay. So archery is not going to do much. Actually, no, let's put the archers back over here. Switching back and forth from one side of the battlefield to the other. We've got a nice citadel ourselves, so we're going to have a triple tier system. So what we could do is let the archers here, up on the walls, and have a chance to shoot. Can I not shoot? Oh, they're multiple ones. Okay, so you guys can come here. You guys up here. And you guys here. So these will just shoot at the army as it comes in. And they can quickly retreat then back into the next settlement and into the next settlement after that. Bombards, I can't really do much with them, so I'm just going to put them straight into the central courtyard. They can shoot at anything that happens to come in. Other troops, really, it's just sort of what can I do with them, for the most part, because I can't... I don't particularly want to try and have them fighting in the streets if I can avoid it. I'd rather try and have them maybe in this tier, so the enemy is going to have to be forced to come out. I can have a look to see what we can do with them. So everyone else, say, apart from bombards and these, just line up here really, and we'll see where we can send them as and when we need to. So let's just start the battle. And I crap, it just occurred to me. I wanted to actually have them come out, didn't I? So they could come doing some stuff over here. And now they're coming over here instead. That, on the other hand... Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask these guys to come out here. So you guys can form up here. We'll have them one so they can actually get into position. My spearmen... Let me see. Let's have you guys... Let's have you guys come here. Like so. So you guys can actually form up over here on the side. These two can actually head up then and take position right here by the gate. So you guys need to one. You guys can actually... Let's have you guys come in behind then as a sort of push and force. You guys can just wait where you are. Okay. Gwent Raiders... Do I want... No, we want you guys running into position, so we want you guys to go. Right. I'm gonna risk my unit of Irish Squires. To be honest, I don't particularly need them.
The enemy are
But
battering
if I can
down
try
our
and get them
gates.
to do some damage against the enemy's artillery, especially if we can do it from slightly out of range of their javelins, then that will help things out a bit. Okay, so you guys are going to have to do that. Let's see. These guys are good against armor, so you guys can wait here. 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 Taylor, you can wait here. Anyone that's running should be running.
The enemy's
now.
ram has breached the gates.
Okay, we got there a bit too late now. Right. Okay, so the problem they're going to have now is about trying to deal with the rest of this. Because they need to bring their siege equipment into the settlement itself before they can actually try and get into the next tier.
The walls are no longer ours.
And then it means...
The enemy have taken them.
We will have the advantage then because they can't bring in their siege tower. At best what they'll be able to do is try and bring in maybe the units of ladders right there. But that's about it. You guys, how are you doing against these? You are still... You're killing off most of the crew. That's good. Shame you guys don't have the ability to go into that, whatchamacallit. You know when they just do it in a circle and they just run around and keep doing attacks? Okay, you guys are actually taking a lot of casualties. Let's pull you back out. You can just run over to there for the moment. Okay, you guys can stop where you are. Alright. See if we can kill off their general now with this, with these guys. Alright, you guys can run over here. Right. Now, apparently my troops are winded just from going that little bit there. The general's a little bit more balanced, but hopefully we can kill it off their king and get the morale.
King is slain.
Ah, there we go.
A worthy enemy, but no less dead for that.
So we can
We
do
must
that now.
press
But
our advantage.
the enemy is now going to have the morale debuff. That means we should be able to push them off a little bit more easily. Okay, let's pop over here a second. Right. So while we took a few casualties with the horsemen, we managed to pretty much kill off a lot of their... I haven't managed to kill them all off though. That's the problem. Okay. Spearmen, how are you guys doing? You managed to drive them off. Okay. Okay, Galagach, let's have you guys come in to attack these. So you guys can march into here. You guys can head up to here. Let's speed things up a little bit by having this. Right. Okay, I tell you what, you guys can come in
Only
here.
intervention by the Almighty, or a military genius can bring us
Right.
victory from this.
Oh, don't say that.
The enemy have ladders at the walls. Repel
Have they?
the attackers. Give them steel.
Why have they got ladders at the wall? I suppose they needed to do something with what they had, but still. Okay, you guys come over here and attack the General's bodyguard because they're still trying to deal with these. Okay, these guys took a bit of an assault, but it should be okay. Still fighting spearmen after all, but why? Okay, I got a unit with Elwyn here that I didn't think I'd have. You guys, have you come up here, please? You guys can come up here as well. We want you to kill off. Okay, these have routed. Great.
To arms, my lord!
Okay,
The
you
enemy
guys
are
can
through
come
the
up to
gates.
here. You guys can come up here and attack the general. You guys can come down here now and attack the general. Okay. The enemy now has managed to knock down the gate on this side, have they not? So we could be expecting them to start making the advance at any second. When they do that, of course, I've got my archers here. Thank you. You guys are still around. Okay, the only problem is now they're, of course, trying to shoot at my archers. So let's bring you guys back here onto the second wall. So you guys can come up here, you guys can come here, and
Only
then you guys
intervention
come
by
up
the
here.
Almighty, or a military genius can bring
Right,
us
you guys
victory
can
from
pull in
this.
and open it to this side as well. How's things going on the other side? It looks like you guys are retreated. That's fine. You guys are pulling back. Why are you taking casualties? We've got Murray up there on the walls, and we've got them here. Okay, so you guys need to come in here and attack them. You guys need to come in here and attack these. So do you guys. Might as well try and take advantage of the fact that they're kind of unsupported right now by this other unit that has decided to go up on the walls. So we're going to surround them and attack them from both sides. At least until they start... What's there? They're surrounded at the moment. And yet, it still says victory is certain for them. And we're trying to kill them off before these guys get involved in the action as well. Right. Over here. Right. Why are you guys still on the walls? I've told you guys to make your way in already. This is the thing, when your troops don't actually listen to you. Right. So that bit's sorted out. Okay, you guys need to come over here. Now we need that tower to break down. How are you doing over here? We should have defeated... You still haven't defeated that unit. In fact, they've slaughtered their way through what troops I had there. Fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. Okay, we need the rest of the troops to try and come over here to help out. Well, the better thing to do, I guess, really, is have you guys start coming in. There's no way for them to actually try and make it in, come in this way, so we might as well just have my troops come back into the center courtyard. So you guys need to come in here, you guys can wait. You guys are routing, that's okay. Over here then, how's it going? We've got... You guys should now be making your way up onto the walls. My archers in the meantime, we need you to focus on Pacific troops, I think. Who's swordsman or javelinman? Javelinman will be a little bit more of a threat in my own opinion. So let's have you guys focus on units here whenever you can. Did you guys manage to make it up to the wall? Are you happy there? Let's have you guys move over to here instead. And you can continue to fire. The rest of my troops are making their way into the settlement now. Because, okay, you guys need to make your way back in here as well. Like I said, it annoys me when I actually tell my troops to do something and then they don't bother to do any of it. Alright. So by doing that, we've basically made it so the enemy can't actually come in this way. If they want to come in, they're going to have to make their way all the way around to the other side to join up with the main army over there. Right. You're in position now, you should be able to attack. And again, we've got a situation where these swordsmen can't go any further. Not unless they decide to bring the bombards with them. And they're such a slow piece of artillery, I don't even know if they've still got them out here. They do, in fact. These guys are still here. I wonder if could I sneak him through in order to come up here and attack? Could do, but I need these guys to get out of the way first of all. If only we had knights to make a nice little charge in here, in fact. Okay, can we get my knights over here, in fact? Okay, you guys managed to get behind. Nope, of course not. You still haven't listened to my orders when I've told you to get into some cover. Okay, anyone else in this area that has not listened to me?
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay. Get in quick before the rest of the army follows. Nope, they're able to still get in. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I've got units of spearmen here that are still really tired, despite the fact that they've been standing around and doing bugger all this whole one. So you guys are going to have now the honor of going in to kill them. You guys can pull back here. Gwent Raiders and Pikes, you can come around and attack these. Okay. Alright, hopefully we can do something against that. Okay, General. What the hell happened there?
Pray
What?
something changes in the course of battle.
How?
The defeat seems almost certain.
How did they get in? I mean, seriously, how?
Our foolish general has thrown his life away.
Well,
Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
they haven't captured this. No, that belongs to me. What? How? I'm confused. How they've managed to make it so they can actually just come straight in here like this. Okay, you guys have managed to hold off there. That's great. Okay, any other troops that aren't fighting right now? Okay, you guys managed to break these. Fantastic. Okay, see if you can kill in these
Good
guys.
tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Managed to kill the other enemy
Send
general
the
as
base
well.
cur to hell.
Okay, can we break
Pray
these up?
something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Okay, right. Might be time now to bring my troops back into the central courtyard, essentially. Okay, you guys can remain up here. You guys can remain here. Everyone that it can get over here can get over here. Right, in here. Okay. Now, what's going on over here? We've got Gwent Raiders. They're fighting the Irish Gallia Glatch. That's fine. Okay, they've broken. Okay, I still want you guys to come into the settlement. Into the central courtyard bit, which has decided to stay there with the gates open. As you do. Okay, at least they're listening to me. Okay, what are you guys here? Javelin men. Okay, can we have you guys actually attack them? And you spearmen, can you come out here and assault them? Okay, they've broken. Fine. You guys can stay in here. You guys stay in here. You guys need to run into here as well. Right. So as it stands, all my archers have run out of arrows. I've got my bombards, but they're not actually going to be able to do much unless the enemy come in. And I don't particularly want that to happen. So far we've managed to kill more of them than they have of me, but we've managed to take quite a few casualties ourselves. I'm a bit stuck really about what else we can really do. Like, let's find out where the rest of the armies are. It could be an idea, if we can, to try and take out their armies, their units fairly isolated right now, so that's going to be probably the next objective. I still don't know how on earth they managed to get into my castle, because in theory, I don't see how that happens. They haven't knocked down any of the walls, though they're trying to at the moment. So it wasn't that. They just able to walk in and out of my gates, even though it's under my control. I'm just honestly a little bit confused right now. Alright, the Mue have come back. They're coming back in over the side. Okay. Let's have you guys come over if you can. Alright. Are you guys actually retreating? That might be what they're doing, in fact. Okay, if that's the case, you guys come back in here a second. Somehow you guys are able to shoot despite there's a big wall over there. Okay, let's keep you guys back here a second. Yeah, it could be that they're pulling back, that they're actually retreating from the map now. If they do that, that's fine. Just breaking them will be pretty good. It means then I can focus then on getting my troops replenished next turn as much as I can. Now these guys are pulling in the ram with them. Okay. Let's have you guys march down to here. And any anti... You guys can join them, you guys can join them. Glen Raiders, yep, sure, we'll have you guys come down as well. Basically, any troops that can actually have some numbers left can come down for this final push that's going to be against them. So, how does it look? At the moment, we've got these two units here that have got the catapult with them. I mean, they're battling ram, but they just seem to be doing nothing right now. We've got other troops up here that are retreating off the map. That's fine. I'm happy for that to happen. We've got one troop that is marching in back towards... Are they marching back towards me, or are they just walking around outside? I don't know. Okay. They're still stuck there, so what I want to do is make sure if I can bring my troops out, we can actually try and deal with them then and attack them all in one go. Now my troops are slowly making their way out here. And it looks like the tower is actually taking shots at them. But I don't know how much they're actually been able to do against them. They don't seem to be doing a lot of damage. Okay, they've changed their minds and they're making their way back, it seems. Let's go after these and kill them. Okay, Glen Raiders. Okay, Billman. Right. Okay, we want these guys to break like they have done.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Alright, you guys, I want you to come after here and take them out. These are going to be a little bit tougher, but we want you guys to try and break them. Glen Raiders. Yeah, you guys continue after these. We want them to... They're broken, have they? That's even better. Fine. You guys can charge over here now. We'll have to try and do some more damage against them. It doesn't really help, I find, that... These guys are surprisingly tough. It looks like even some of their basic damage does a lot of damage. Or has armor piercing ability, despite the fact that it should be just more for their javelins than anything else. With Elwyn, we need you guys to come out. You're all breaking. That doesn't help me out much, you know? Oh, this is broken. Fantastic. Okay, I tell you what, all my troops make their way back into the settlements. If you will have to retreat to get back in, so be it. But now the battling ram is damaged. You guys have broken. Okay, can we ask... Right, Glen Raiders, you're here. All my troops are here. Okay, is there anything we can do for the on here on the map? Well, at the moment, most of my men are fine. We've destroyed the battling ram, so they haven't really got any options left now for what they can do with the retreat. I'm going to ask my squires to go after this unit here and try and engage them. If we can kill them off, it means that I have to take some time to replenish them. Cross forward. Nope. Why is that? No, spearmen. Oh, they're not retreating for any specific reason. They're just retreating because they're retreating. As you do. Okay, guys, head back into there. You guys can head back into here as well. Right.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Thank you. This is here 70.
Almighty God, the day is at an end, and victory is clearly ours.
Okay, so that could have gone a bit better in all honesty. Right, we took 537 losses. They managed to kill a bit more of the enemy. They took a few more men than we did. Let's have a look. Yeah, archers killed a few. My spearmen here killed quite a lot of them. Okay. Most important thing is, though, is I can actually now take the chance to replenish my men a bit. Whereas, for the enemy to do the same, they're going to have to basically send their troops back. I'm not going to...
Our Lord will pay for our...
I'll tell you what.
Our Lord will pay for our return. I swear.
I thought I might try and do it for the money. Okay. But that army's been pushed back. They've only got a handful of units here.
And your posts! The enemy fleet is upon us!
Where's this? Oh, that's that army down south. Okay, all I can do is auto-resolve that. Clear defeat.
We should disengage! The enemy shows no mercy!
A new plague
What's this
grips
now?
the land. The Black Death rides upon the wind, killing all who breathe it in a matter of days. What horrible crime has mankind committed for God to punish the whole world so horribly?
Okay, so we now got the Black Death. A plague of unfathomable proportions has made its way westward from the Far East, where it is said to have already ended an untold number of lives. The victims find their skin covered in dark blotches as they enter a terrible fever and sickness from which ultimately leads to a painful and miserable death. While scholars, theologians and physicians cannot agree on the exact cause of this deadly plague, the threat it poses men of all faiths is plain for all to see. New mission.
No
Okay.
more wind today, sire.
So apparently the Explorers Guild wants me to try and take this settlement here. If I do that, they will actually give me money. But if I don't, they're not going to be too happy with me. Okay, we're getting better there. Yeah, they'll be very disappointed, it seems. Okay. Well, anyway, I am going to end the episode here. It was mainly taken up with the siege defense, but at the end of the day, it needs to be done. But it does mean we can actually... Where are we? Yeah, here in Athenry. We can actually see now at least about trying to do some of the repairs. In fact, that could be done as a priority. And we can start with training some of my men and making sure we get them back to full strength as quickly as we can. Don't know how much we're going to be able to do, but every little bit will help, I'm sure. But that's going to happen next time, which is going to be an hour-long special, so I hope you join me then. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. But until the next episode, goodbye for now.